Good morning. It's Vijay here. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. Today is Thursday, 3rd of July 2025. I would call it a tricky Thursday. The reasoning being that, today is a trading day in US and tomorrow is a holiday because of the July 4th independence. Now, there is this bill, the big, beautiful bill, which is under consideration in the US House, and that may get decided tonight. So, based on that, the markets may react tomorrow globally, and US is not there. So, usually, whenever US markets are not there, the bulls get active. So, we have to see how it will play out because we don't know what will happen as far as the bill, whether it get passed today or it will get postponed to some other day next week. We also have this situation where the Indo US trade deal is almost in the last leg and it can get announced anytime. Yesterday, Vietnam deal got announced. So we are just there sometime. Before that, let's talk about what happened yesterday. Yesterday, markets ended lower. So there was some sort of apprehension. People started getting bearish. People said the bull market is over, the bullish phase is over. So now people, all technical analysts talked of various indicators which showed bearishness rather than bullishness. I will tell you why one should be bullish based on yesterday's movement. And in the last slide, I have a graph of Nifty. So Nifty slipped below 25,500. It went to 25,400 and bounced back in the last 1 hour. PSU banks, which are the darling of the markets, we hold Canara Bank and PNB, and they snapped a 6 day gaining streak and came down nearly 1%. Nifty mid cap snapped an 8 day gaining streak. See, just look at this. Now you're having 6 days uptrend, 8 days uptrend, and if even a couple of days, if the market is on a downtrend or the stocks are on a downtrend, one need not panic. Actually, it is like a marathon runner who's running fast and he's pacing himself well and he's reducing his pace when he gets tired. So that's what markets are doing, in my opinion. So metal stocks went up. Metals were the star of this session yesterday. Sensex fell. Nifty Bank also fell quite badly. Nifty Bank actually came down to the 9 EMA. The Nifty came almost close to the 9 EMA. So mid cap was 83 points down. FIs continued to sell about 1,500 crores. DIs more than matched and actually double at 3,037 crores was the buying by DIs. So totally there was a 1,500 crore net buy. So what happened in the US markets? Dow Jones had gone up tremendously around 400 points the day before yesterday. Yesterday it closed flat, which is something of a very big achievement, I should say. S&P was up by 0.5%. Nasdaq, which had fallen badly the day for yesterday, bounced back sharply to close to 0.94%. CAC did very well on the European bourses, nearly 1%. DAX was about 0.5%, and FTSE came down actually by 0.12. So what are the global cues? S&P futures are flat. Dollar index is now comfortably trading between 96 and 97. I keep harping on the point that the US officials want it to be around 88. I feel 95 is a very distinct possibility. 10-year bond yield slowly and steadily is coming down to below 4.3. Brent crude has gone up slightly because, again, there is some problem envisaged by punters on the Iranian front, but I think that will die down between 65 and 70 is what I am expecting. And spot gold was down about 0.3%. So where are we with all this correction, fear, and all that? Nifty is about 3.2% from its all-time high. Dow Jones has crossed its all-time high. No, sorry, Dow Jones is 1.3% from its all-time high. Nasdaq and Nasdaq Composite are actually above the previous all-time highs. In influential brokerage, Morgan Stanley talks about fundamentals in India are as strong. Fundamentals are not in the price. That is what I also think, and it is underperforming the ongoing equity bull market. India will do well, is what they feel. I also feel that the same way, and India is the preferred place. Now, as I mentioned, Donald Trump has got a very good deal from Vietnam, zero tariff on US goods, and they will put a 20% tariffs on Vietnamese goods coming into US. So it's a win-win. It's a win for America, but it's okay for Vietnam. but we have to see what deal we will get and compare where we compete with Vietnam when we are exporting to US. So that's the first deal gone. Then there is something disturbing news. The Chinese employees have been asked to return from India's Apple factories. I think it's a game being played by US as well as China. So China does not want to let go of their monopoly of making Apple products, and US does not want India to make Apple products. So therefore, there is a exodus of Chinese people from the Foxconn establishment, which makes Apple products. Incidentally, Foxconn is a Taiwanese-based product, as Taiwanese-based company. So, what are the stocks to watch? Indian Bank has come out with good numbers that should be in focus, which means PSU banks again should gain focus. Avenue Supermart, Avenue Supermart, DMart, that is, has done well. Nestle has investing about 105 crores, which is a good thing. They're expanding into Maggie further. Negative is M&M Finance, which is not done well. But again, NBFCs are unlikely to have done well this quarter. Only from September quarter they will go up. So people will build positions in this quarter between July and September, because the results which will come, the July, September plus the October, December will be very good for the financial services. PNB, not as great as what people thought, but still I believe it is a good one. Advances have gone up nearly 10%. Nika is coming up with a 1,200 crore QIP. So they are these are not QIP. Their promoter is offloading up to 60 million shares, which is about 1,200 crores. So that is one more company which is trying to take profits out of the bubbling market. Another positive is Aurobindo Pharma. They got EU nod for biosimilar product, and negatives are in Bharat Forge. The numbers are not that great. Max Financial, some probe is going on data breach, and Tata Power has been asked to pay about $490 million. But this arbitration award will get challenged. So this is what I was talking about. For me, this is a very important graph. If you see, the 9-day is the red line and 20 EMA is the green line. So while the Bank Nifty touched the 9 EMA and bounced back, in the case of Nifty, 9 EMA was very close to the low of the day. And note, both the 9 EMA and 20 EMA are rising. In a rising scenario, even if the market goes sideways, invariably it will come and hit the price. So that is auguring well for the market. So I don't think one should fear. And if anything, 20 EMA is a very good support. That is about 25,100, about 300 and odd points from here. If you're looking for big numbers, if you're looking for a good 6 months, then this is as good an entry point, at least as far as I am concerned. I am not a SEBI registered advisor, but if I look at this chart and if I look at the 9 EMA, 20 EMA, and where we are, generally markets don't fall below 20 EMA if they're in a bullish phase. So right now we are in a bullish phase, so I don't think it will fall below 20 EMA. So it will be a very good, point to look at it. So whatever you do, I hope it is a happy Thursday, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much for joining.